What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where we showcase the craziest Edison format ideas that you, the audience, have come up with. As always, if you're a member of the audience, you've got a cool replay you would like to share, you can go to the Discord in the description and put it in the Edison Format replays channel, and if I think it's neat, I'll put it in a video. Okay, so starting off today, we have a pretty unique idea. I think we haven't really seen one quite like this before. I mean, we've seen similar concepts. We've seen Roid Machina decks before, but have we ever seen Roid Machina Stealth Roid deck with Salvo and Recurring Nightmare and stuff? No, I do not believe that we have. So the basic idea is we use Prisma to reveal Stealth Union, probably, and then you send Stealth Roid, and then you can use Recurring Nightmare to get it back, and you can use Salvo as well to make synchro plays with it. And then like you spam summon out Machina Fortress a bunch, as you probably would in basically any Roid deck. So we're going up against Blackwings, and our opponent opened Dust Shoot Whirlwind, which is actually pretty nuts. But we're coping. We use Supercharge here, which is very funny. It's a battle trap, but it's just Pot of Greed. Like when your opponent attacks while you have Roids, just draw two. Just draw two. So we're gonna draw two. We're gonna call the Haunted, bring back the Stratos, grab a Prisma out of the deck. Summon out the Salvo, so here we gotta be going for that Black Rose Dragon play, and the neat thing is we don't really have to worry about Road, because most Blackwing players are just on the Legacy of Yada technology, because it's just better than Road. So there's our first copy of Recurring Nightmare, and now we're going to reveal that Stealth Union, send a second one. So the Recurring Nightmare is live. We could conceivably just use it here, get some fodder for our Regeki break, which definitely makes sense. And then set the Geki break, and now we're feeling pretty good. We have a way to thwack the normal summon with the Regeki break, which is always super strong against Blackwings. Now we have Future Fusion actually not going to reveal Overdragon. Do we not play Overdragon? We might not. We might just not have Sidra in here. It's like you would want to reveal Overdragon to send the fortresses and stuff, right? But then again, if Overdragon comes down in 2 turns, it's just going to wipe your board, which is the sucky thing about it. So I don't know. We're getting hit for 17 here. That's kind of fine. We bring out the Express Roid, add back some more Stealth Roids. Dude, it's just like the walking Recurring Nightmare has come out now. Yeah, I definitely get the discard traps in here because we just have infinity ways of adding Stealth Roids from our graveyard to our hand. So discard traps plus Fortress have got to be very solid. Bouncing the Future Fusion here is going to be pretty strong. We need to find a top deck. We draw into Torrential. We're going to summon Stealth Roid set 2. The opponent does drop the Dad, so the Torrential Tribute going to be super powerful here. Now we reveal. This time we are going to get that Fortress into play, so finally we can start summoning some Machina Fortress here, bring it back, set the Mirror Force behind it. It's feeling like this is basically going to be the end of the game for the opponent. They draw into an Ick attack. That doesn't do it. We summon out Stealth Roid, and we're going to get in. Very fortunate that they went for that Dad into the Torrential there. That was definitely a very solid turning point for us there. Opponents brought in the Sidra, so we're going to have to kind of cope with that. We opened up Recurring Nightmare, so right away we want to start resolving Prismas to send those Stealth Roids to the graveyard. Set Bottomless Trap Hole, set Recurring Nightmare, pass. The reason you might not want to bluff here is because it plays into the Acres Tack like that. Whereas if they... I guess you want to play around Dust Tornado too. It's like an awkward situation, but... yeah, the Icarus would definitely be suboptimal if you hadn't done that. So here they're going to summon out Sirocco and run over our guy, which is whatever. It already got a search. We already got our Yep +1 here. This whole deck is kind of just Yep +1, which you kind of have to be if you're summoning out fortresses. So Torrential Tribute going to go, and the Dimensional Prison going to take out all our fortresses. That's fine though. We can just make more fortresses. Summon Express Roid, get back Stealth Roid and Armoroid, pitch the Armoroid, bring back the Machina Fortress. They just never stop. They just keep on coming. And now we're going to set Dimensional Prison, but at this point I think the Sidra is going to get used, which is rough. That's a 3k Fortress Dragon. Are we just going to prison it? Probably. But now Whirlwind coming out. They're going to search a Vayu inexplicably. Are there not any... There's no Gale? Oh no, they just like want the Vayu for their Sirocco, I guess? I don't know though. I feel like Gale or Blizzard would usually be better here. I don't know. Alright, we're just going to set. Opponent goes for the Blizzard play. Special Bora, Synchro 6, Brionac, hit the back row. We're going to lose our Prisma and take a fair deal of damage. Let's see what we can do here. We need to find a nice top deck. Heavy Storm is decent. We can run over and then set Prison. So we're not technically dead here, but we are in a top decking situation. If we can find a way to bring out a Fortress, we're actually in a really strong spot. A second Battle Trap isn't bad. Now it doesn't matter. Oh, actually, it super matters that they didn't hit. the Mirror Force there. If they had hit the Mirror Force, they would have actually won the game. But we win the 50-50. Now we find Express Roid. Express Roid going to do it. Let us summon another Machina Fortress and attack for game. So it's like doing even more of the Roid shenanigans, I guess, with the Stealth Roid, and then also you have access to salvo plays in this Machina deck. So I think it's doing some cool stuff. There's definitely something there. I like the concept for sure. Next up we have, this is a crazy one, I gotta say. This is Fortune Lady Hero something that I can't quite identify, but it draws a lot of cards. And we are seeing some of that here on this turn 1. We find a Samorg. Speaking of drawing a lot of cards, our opponent is playing combo frogs with Poison Draw Frog. Or I guess Fishborg Frogs. It's not the full combo variant, which you would think it would be the full combo version if they're playing Poison Draw in their deck, but it's actually, I think it's just the standard Fishborg Frog with the Poison Draw in there. Maybe it's just like a one-off Poison Draw. I don't know. That's probably cursed, though. Why would you do that? So now we're just drawing a lot. Like, I did say that we draw a lot. I mean, yeah, this Machine Dude is probably for Valley, so we, like, draw even more. I don't know. We've resolved a lot of draw cards, some Fortune Futures, some Allures of Darkness, and now we're going to bring out Sork and Samorg. Samorg doesn't do too much against this Frog deck, probably. They don't have a whole ton of sets. But, I mean, we got a bunch of guys out, so they need to answer that. Now we're Sarking for Cyber Valley. I guess Cyber Valley just lets us draw a lot. The thing about Cyber Valley is it doesn't work with Fortune Lady Light, which is really sad. Because if it did, it would be so awesome, man. But it just doesn't. Misses timing, unfortunately. We're hitting to Gores, which complicates things because we already did use our Sork. However, we have a return from the different dimension set. And if we get to next turn without that getting destroyed, then I'm pretty sure the game is just over. Like, how many things we summon in here? Yeah, I don't know. Just, like, a lot, right? Like, did they just double set? I know they get the extra normal, right? But was that? I'm pretty sure it's like an extra normal, not an extra set. I guess you could just normal this and flip it down if that's... I don't know. I think we should just win this turn either way, honestly. Because we have... We have, like, our... Okay, we've drawn, like, 10 cards, alright. Now we flip up Return, Synchro Bryonic, bounce their whole freaking field, Mind Con, bounce that, draw 2 more, Brain Control the Gores, stack for Plague, freaking... Oh, we're not braining the Gores, we're just drawing more. Oh, we're gonna put back the Samorg. We're just going as ridiculous as we can, actually. Summon Dad. Alright, well, we kind of messed that up there, because we should have just drawn back into our... stuff, but it didn't matter. We had so much. We had like infinity things there. Absolutely wild play. The opponent, what are they actually doing? This is a rated match, by the way. I feel like I don't understand the plays the opponent is making in this rated match with their Frog deck. All right, we're gonna Rhoda for Greffer. What are we doing here? Pitch to special, send Plague, summon Dad. I mean. Yeah, level 8, yep, Dark Armed. Can we bring out Samorg as well? I don't think so. We don't have a Wind. Yeah, but, you know, we do a ton of pressure here. Caius can answer some of this, but not all of it. So they have to Caius, banish the Dark Armed Dragon, attack for 700, and then just pass. Fortunately for them, we can't kill them, but we draw that return for the different dimension again. So, yeah, potentially, I mean, they just have to out this back row. Or it's basically... Is that Obelisk? What is this Frog player's deck, actually? Poison Draw? Obelisk? Can they even get this Obelisk live? I don't think so. No, they can't. And they keep using the extra normal to set, which is not a legal thing to do. Right? You have to normal summon it. I mean, they're gonna lose, right? Because we just summoned 10,000 billion things. And then Synchro, Brio... Pitch, bounce the set one, tribute for Vanity's Fiend, attack for game, right? But yeah, kind of a little bit annoying that the opponent cheated like that twice. I don't know. They didn't seem to know what they were doing on this Frog deck, honestly. But this deck was crazy, right? It's just like draw 10 billion, 1,000 trillion cards with Fortune's Future and Cyber Valley and stuff. So yeah, that's the Fortune Lady Hero return. Do we get to call things return if it just plays one RFDD? Probably not. Fortune Lady Samorg Hero, maybe? Is that more fitting? Whatever. Next up, we got a Jarko on... What was Jarko on? Magical Exemplar stuff. I think we've probably seen some variation of this before. Looks like we're on Night End Sorcerer, so we're on like a dark version. We're maybe playing Tomato. I don't know. Dark Arm Dragon is live here. Looks like we're playing Instant Fusion, probably like with 3 Night's End Sorcerer, and then you can make Musician King and make Arcanite Magician. And then you spam the Exemplar, the Night's End Sorcerer with the Exemplars, and then you banish their whole graveyard, which is pretty strong against frogs, might I add. And then Instant Fusion's also spell for the Exemplar, so there's a lot of neat synergy going on here. We're going to get our +1, go into Goyo, stack for Plague, make Arcanite Magician, and then Arcanite, Goyo Snatch the Caius with Solemn Judgment backing it up. That's going to be difficult for the Frog player to answer, especially since we banished their graveyard, so no Treeborn going to be coming back. They just go into a dupe, and then Standby Phase Geki Break, and we Solemn Judgment, and that's going to be enough to just straight up go for game there. I'm actually kind of liking a lot of stuff in this build. I think, like I said, we've seen similar decks to this, but I don't know. The Exemplar technology I've seen up to now, and it always felt kind of incomplete. But I think the Instant Fusion with like the multiple Night's End Sorcerer, I think that's pretty sweet. I'm definitely a fan of that. So let's see what's going on here in game number 2. We're going to swing with Kaiku. Opponent Geki breaks our back row, drops Gores. Very strong play for them. The Kaiku didn't even really hit anything. So we're going to set the MST, try to bluff, but they're just playing into everything. Well, not everything. They could have Caius'd, I guess. So end phase Typhoon, take out the Geki break. I guess we got to go for Black Rose, maybe? Is that what we're doing? No, we're just going to go Arcan. No, we're going to go Goyo. What am I talking about? Yeah, that's probably better. Just yoink the Gores. Get a bunch of big guys onto the board. They do have answers, though. They have many answers. Future Fusion. So this is one of the builds with Future Fusion. Actually, is it just like normal Hero Frog with Future Fusion? I don't know. We're making Stardust. Summon Armageddon. So they have to mirror just to, like, live here. But then the Future Fusion's, like, turning on. They don't even have Treeborn access. But if they did, they wouldn't. And because of Future Fusion, and they draw into a Hero Ocean, which does not do anything. A lot of Frog players getting owned this episode. I don't know. And then finally, we're ending it on a Tengu replay. These are 2 pretty base decks I'm looking at, honestly. So we got Cat Sith Piper, which just incredible. I love it. I love it a lot. And then up against some kind of dark hero plant thing. Extremely cool in Tengu format. I've tried messing around with stuff like this. I never really got to a point that I've liked it, but it is a really cool idea, I think. So we're just going to go with... They do have like double D-Draw in Tengu too, which is neat. I don't know if this deck is playing D-Draw, but, you know, they just have like some stuff that's cool to cook with. We're going to swing over the Sangan. Opponent goes for a Debris Dragon. And then we're going to main phase 2. Piper, priority. Hit Darkhole. Man, Piper just never hits. I've never seen anyone hit Piper ever. That's crazy. Alright, they go for Dandelion. Now, Valor going to hit the King of Bu. Which, I don't think Valor actually stops it from bouncing in the end phase. I'm pretty sure they were right. Like, Valor has to end at some point at the end of the turn. And then King of Bu can just go back to the hand. So we're going to do the whole Cat Sith combo with the Fabled Kushano. We pop the Dandy, so we're just trying to clear all the tokens here. But yeah, we get Mirror Forest. I feel like we should have popped the Mirror Forest. Right, are you allowed to pop? You can just pop any card with this, right? No, only face-ups? Okay, never mind. Cat Sith is worse than I thought. Oh my god, it only hits face-ups. Okay, how did I not know that? Opponent goes into Catastor, swings for 22. We set Warning. Warning gets Typhooned. Okay. What are we doing now? Kushano. Now we're actually going to pop something good. At least force out this formula. They don't use the formula. Okay. We're going to BLS banish their guy and then just pass. Darkhole, though, going to go pretty hard, outing that Blackluster Soldier. Now they're just swinging in with Dark Grepher. We have a Gores, though. The Gores is solid. Opponent goes Bulb. So they can Mindcon the Gores, and then they can make Scrap Dragon if they want. No, they're just going to make Stardust. I guess they know we have Darkhole, right? I think we got it off the Piper earlier, so that kind of makes sense. Now they go into Scrap Dragon, top deck Mally, which is very nice because they have a Grepher. Grepher going to go for this Mally play. We're stacking for Plague. Was there not a target for Debris? There are Debris targets, so why didn't you get something? I'm confused. I'm confused why they didn't get anything off Debris Dragon. Well, Darkhole's going to wipe everything. Now we have Piper. Piper hits a level 1. We did it. Someone finally hit a level 1 off Piper. Draw an extra card. Set pass. Storm, though, they don't use it. They're waiting till they have a play. We hit Reborn. We can bring back BLS. Oh, no. Oh, no. The cursed boss monster. The format is coming out. Okay, we're going to see Diamond New drawn. But if they summon it, they're dead. So, Yeah, all right, we're just swinging with BLS. Solemn Warning doesn't do it, and yeah, I mean, this game is just going to be over. We're going to be moving on to game number 2. Tough luck for the opponent there. Reborn BL. We summoned BLS twice, man. That's just, oh well. Stratos going to get Diamond Dude. I don't even know if they should be on Diamond Dude in this list. I feel like you don't play enough normal spells to justify it. Tour Guide, that's going to hit into a max C, and we're not going to give him that second draw. Diamond Dude hits Avarice, but unless they can get 5 monsters in the grave, the Avarice won't be live. And how many are currently in the grave for them? 1. So it's kind of looking pretty unlikely that this Avarice is going to do anything. Cyber Dragon's going to hit over. Okay, main phase 2, summon Tour Guide, get Kushano. Tour Guide getting Kushano is actually so strong. Alright, they're going to summon Tour Guide. That gets Veilered, though, so any and all hope of getting 5 in grave is kind of dead. Well, they chain Torrential. That's a really good chain Torrential because it means that the Tour Guide dodges the Veiler. They get the Sangan from the deck. Sangan hits into Trag, but unfortunately they're tragically stuck on 4 monsters in grave, meaning that they will not get to resolve Pot of Avarice. Lone Fire is a decent draw, though. However, they can't synchro with the Sangan because it was summoned off of Tour Guide, so they're going to have to overlay into Leviathan Dragon, which will hit over the Tragodia, and then set Typhoon and pass. Now we're going to go do the Cat Sith meme, pop the Leviathan Dragon, summon out Kushano, and run over a token. Opponent draws into Darkhole. They're going for Formula Synchron. Draw into Dad, which is just live, apparently. And they're going to attack for 28. We draw into Sork. Are we summoning Sork? No, we're summoning BLS and going for it, which is going to attack twice. Okay, but they can just Darkhole this, I guess. What's this back row? Typhoon. So if we draw into any back row, it's probably just getting Typhooned. And we draw into Veiler Cat Sith. Okay, warning. Here comes their BLS. They're going to try to BLS our BLS, but there's Veiler. We now Minecon their BLS, banish their own BLS with their BLS. I just use the word BLS a lot in that freaking sentence there. Darkhole going to have to finally be used to take out that BLS, dare I say. Piper going to go off. Just gets a Tour Guide, though. Monster Reborn the BLS. Stop it. Stop summoning this obnoxious thing. Oh my god. Alright, Tour Guide. Tour Guide going to get second Tour Guide, going to get Levier. Levier bring back Sangan. That's really good for them. And we're actually just scooping it up, even though that's not even game, I don't think. We're just like, we're done. Did we need to scoop there? Was that a little preemptive? I don't know. Did I miss something? I'm going to miss something. I've been known to miss things. D-Draw Mally, that's pretty good. Stratos going to come out, get a Plasma. Alright. And they're probably just going to swing straight into the Gores. Are we main phase 2 Darkhole? There's no shot, right? Okay, they are actually. Just super conservative Darkhole. We now max C. We just want the draw, apparently. Hit the Veiler. That's so good. Oh, you gotta love hitting the Veiler there. Pitch Kusano. Actually pitching the Caius, though. I don't know why we don't set Typhoon. Why did we pitch the Caius? Like, Gores is gone, too. You can't even bluff Gores. So we're gonna go Tour Guide. Tour Guide. Do the play. Make the 2500 dude. And is the opponent going to try to do it back? I mean, they know we have Veiler. We get Max Seed. Reborn on Gores is kind of the best play they've got, though, to take out the Leviathan Dragon. They don't want to play straight into that effect Veiler. We go for Piper. Piper's going to hit an Allure. And we're going to get back to King of Bu. Now we have Tour Guide. Finally going to force that Veiler. I mean, it's kind of a fine to have Veiler used on you there. I would honestly have not even used the Veiler there, probably just want to save it for like a bigger play later, because we have Fader anyway. It's not like we're taking damage, and we have Darkhole. So now we're going to use the Cat Sith Kushano combo once again, going to take out that Gores. So we're getting pretty seriously up here on card advantage. We go for the broken one. So this thing is the one that negates all, or wait, yeah, just negate all when you have the same number of cards in the hand. So they're going to have to set one first before they start doing anything, which they can do. D-Draw, just pop it. Alright, Dark Arm, just pop it. We did not get to see the brokenness of this card, but I promise you this card is insanely unfair. It is actually ridiculous that the deck gets to make this. So D-Draw going to be used, and they draw into a Torrential Tribute. Now, Crow going to be used immediately on the Kushano, I guess to stop them from pitching any Cat Sith for cost, conceivably. We're going to go into Levier. Levier can bring back the Kushano that just got crowed, and then we creature swap. Give him the Dad. Alright, well now Dark Arm's just popping everything. Summon Sork. Use Dad, pop again. Now we can threaten to go for game. Gores is going to have to be used immediately, I think. No, we're going to wait for the 23, I guess? No, we're going to use it immediately. Okay. What can they do here? Can they do anything? Like, not really. They can go Leviair, get back Cat Sith. Oh, wait. Tell me this goes through. Oh my god, yes. That was such a legendary play, using the Mally to make Black Rose. Unfortunately, we are still going to be just drawing cards. But if they draw a monster with 1,800 attack points, we will lose. Or if they draw a tuner, we will lose. Oh man, this is actually spooky. They draw BLS, it's not live. How is it not live? You don't have a light? Your graveyard is full of stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, and we summon our own BLS, and it's looking bad. It's looking bad indeed. Piper gonna draw us into a Mystical Space Typhoon, and we just end our turn. Mind Crush, that doesn't do it, bro. That doesn't do it. We're just gonna die. Oh wait. We're not actually dead yet. They got another turn. They've got another turn. What can they find? What could they draw though? Okay, the brain control is not a thing in this. Foolish Burial, send a light. Unfortunately, the BLS is just going to get Veilered, but they know that, so they crash, but then we top deck a Sork and we go for game. Very close, very tense match there to end out the video with Tengu format. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. I'll see you in the next one.